Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Hannibal. If you are new here, welcome. So basically, I have to get my wisdom teeth taken out fairly soon. I have been putting it off for a few years, I'll be honest. I knew I had to get them out a couple years ago and I was just so nervous and I kept putting it off, and it's gotta get done eventually. So I am actually at my dentist's right now. I just pulled up. I've got an appointment in 20 minutes. I arrived just a little bit early because I didn't want to be late. I was really nervous. I haven't eaten yet. I'm really sweaty. Honestly, there's a lot of stuff going on through my brain right now, and I am nervous. I haven't been to the dentist in a while. Not that I'm worried what they're gonna say, but like, it's just more so like, I'm nervous that I'm going to eventually, like, this is going to lead into me having to get my wisdom teeth out, and I'm not 100% sure what that entails. Like, in the past, I was told I only need one out. I talked to one of the doctors a couple days ago and they said it's possible that I am just gonna have to get all 4 of them out. So today's appointment, I believe, is just really going to solidify everything, and we are going to have a game plan after today. So I will obviously keep you guys posted, but for now, I'm just hanging out. I think my mom is actually going to meet me here in just a little bit. I asked her to come because this is kind of a big surgery and I would like her opinion on it, and like, just whatever they say, I don't know. You know, obviously I'm going to need somebody to take care of me after I get the surgery done. So yeah, it's gonna be her. That is it for now. I'm really nervous. I'm trying to just breathe through it. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do today though. I'm assuming they're gonna take some sort of like x-rays, maybe do like a cleaning, maybe fill some cavities. Like, I literally have no idea. My appointment specifically is just like an exam, and so I'm assuming that they're going to examine my mouth and like see what's going on. Anyway, so I am just going to pick back up with you guys after I get out of my dentist, and I will let you know what they say, so wish me luck. Okay, so here's what's going on, you guys. It's actually been quite a bit since I last talked to you. I actually wasn't in the best mood after my dentist appointment that I had last time I talked to you guys. There's been a lot that has happened since that appointment, and today I was just mentally not happy. I wasn't about it. I didn't want to talk. I was honestly just trying to come to terms with like what was going to be happening next week about like literally getting my wisdom teeth taken out, and it's a little scary. Like, most definitely, it's a huge surgery. It's like those roots from like the wisdom teeth are like literally so close to your brain, and it terrifies me, honestly. So yeah, but basically, here's what happened. I went into my appointment and they took x-rays of my mouth and basically told me I only have 2 wisdom teeth, which is completely fine. That's great. It's the best news I've heard all day. Only having to get 2 teeth removed instead of 4 sounds way better. So I was like, sweet. But at the same time, the girl who was like talking to me about my x-rays seemed almost a little confused by my x-rays. It was the weirdest thing. She was looking at them and she was like, oh, so you don't have any. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, well, no, so you only have 2. And I'm like, okay, well, 2 is not none, so what do you mean? She goes, okay, so basically you only have 2 wisdom teeth, so you only need to get 2 extracted. And she showed me the x-ray, showed me where the teeth were, and I was like, okay, that's so weird because I definitely can feel like the same sized teeth in the opposite places, you know what I mean? And they are most definitely my wisdom teeth, like, no doubt. I got 4 teeth removed from my mouth actually like about 10 years ago. When I was in high school, I had to get 4 teeth out for braces, and I'm pretty sure I got like some molars taken out back then, because I think what had happened was they took out those teeth and then like the wisdom teeth grew into those spots. So like I now have, you're supposed to have 2 molars aside from like the rest of your teeth on like everywhere. So I have like 2. It's the weirdest thing. Like, I literally, my wisdom teeth are here and here. So like not even like the 2 on top or 2 on bottom. It's so weird. So this one's cracked. It cracked last month when I was eating something. It's been hurting really badly, which is the main reason why I'm getting these teeth pulled like now. This one on the bottom is impacted, meaning it is growing in sideways and pushing on my teeth. I was having pain with it in the past, but like not recently. I just want to get it taken out, obviously, because I know in the future it could possibly continue to push on my bottom teeth, and I don't want them to be crooked because I already had braces and I don't want to go through that again. So I'm like, great. Sounds good. Let's get them extracted. So I go to the front desk and the lady helps me. She goes through everything. She gives me the pricing of how much everything is going to be. And it literally all sounded perfect. I was like, great, I'll be here. Like, perfect. As I'm literally about to turn around and walk out, I happen to mention, you're gonna put me under for this, right? Like, I'm not gonna be awake, right? And she goes, oh, we'll numb you, but like I'm going to be asleep, right? So unfortunately our office doesn't offer anesthesia or like sleep sedation. Excuse me? I'll pay literally whatever. Guys, my dentist office literally does not have sleep sedation. Like, they don't offer it at all for any surgeries that they do in their office. I don't understand how that's possible. My dad actually told me that he got all 4 of his wisdom teeth removed without being put under. And do you know how much anxiety that gives me? Like, first of all, I'm in pain. Second of all, that sounds awful. Like, why would I want to be awake for something like that? I couldn't believe my ears. I was very confused. I was very conflicted, and I was very sad because who the heck wants to be awake when they're getting teeth yanked from their mouth? Especially if it's like, I don't even want to think about it because I'm just going to end up giving myself anxiety. But anyway, long story short, I made the appointment, but I decided in the back of my head to continue to look for other places to possibly get this done with being like asleep. So we left, went about our day, and then went online and looked for like other places that we could possibly go to. So I found a couple and I ended up calling them, and it was really weird because there seemed to be some sort of miscommunication because I asked one place if they took my insurance and then asked my dentist to write me a referral to that place. And when they were in contact with the place, they said that they didn't take my insurance, but I had literally called them 5 minutes earlier and they had told me that they took my insurance. So it was this huge rabbit race of like phone tag and stress, and I literally was crying. It was awful. I was really worried because, oh, I forgot to mention what ended up happening was a few days after I saw my dentist, they ended up calling me and telling me that the day that I scheduled my appointment for, they were going to be closed. It was the day after 4th of July, which actually is today. So there's that. So I ended up not having an appointment in the end and having to go through a whole bunch of phone calls and work to find another place who, you know, I was having a hard time even finding a place because of the whole insurance situation. And it was funny because one of the other places that I ended up calling, they said my dentist should be able to just write me a referral. And I was like, what? I could have avoided this whole thing. Like, why didn't they tell me that when I went in there? So I called my dentist back, and I must have talked to a different lady or something because the lady that I talked to the second time was so much nicer. Yeah, the first lady I talked to was not helpful whatsoever. The second lady was super nice. She was like, yeah, I can write you a referral. Like, I'll call you back when it's ready. And I was like, sweet. And then she was like, actually, like, I could just fax it to the other office if you want me to. And I was like, perfect, because it's not in the town that I live in. So this lady went above and beyond and was so much more helpful than the other lady. So like, I'm really grateful for that. Thank you. I just got a timer that my pizza rolls are done. So I'm actually going to finish this video up inside. Okay, we are inside and we have pizza rolls. So I'm gonna just quickly finish off the rest of this story so I can finish eating my dinner. Apologies if the lighting in here is really bad. It's nighttime and I didn't have any other time to film this video, so sorry. But anyway, so what ended up happening was I waited about 30 minutes for her to fax my referral over to the office. I called the office, we got to talking, went through the whole 9 yards, and after I told them that I was in a lot of pain and like really couldn't wait much longer, they ended up scheduling me an appointment that was actually the day after the original day that I was supposed to get them done. So instead of it being Monday the 5th, it ended up being Tuesday the 6th, which is tomorrow. Yeah. So I am coming at you guys the night before my surgery, and I'm terrified. I mean, like, it's weird because I was super nervous, like, leading up to this day. Like, as time would go on, sometimes I would just randomly remember it in the back of my head. Like, anytime my jaw would hurt, or it would hurt to talk, it would hurt to chew, it would hurt to eat, like, it would hurt to sleep on this. I literally haven't slept on my right side, which is my prominent side of sleeping on, in over a week. It's so annoying, but I am very grateful that I could find a date where it would still work out with my schedule. So here we are, the day before my surgery, and like I said, like, leading up to it, the days I was super nervous, but sitting here talking about it and like eating my dinner, it feels really surreal. Like, I don't think I know what's going on yet, but as soon as I wake up in the morning, I'm going to be so anxious, and I'm sure you guys will see as I come back to you tomorrow. But I mean, as I talk about it more, it is pretty nerve-wracking, like, actually thinking about the surgery itself. But like I said, 10 years ago, I got some teeth removed, and so, like, I know what the anesthesia feels like of, like, being put to sleep and waking up from it, and it literally feels like it's been like 1 second. It happens so quickly, which is great, which is half of what I wanted to happen. So I'm so happy that I'm going to be asleep for this surgery. It just doesn't seem like a good idea for anybody if I was awake. I mean, what if I like accidentally punched the dentist or something, or screamed? Yeah, it just wasn't a good idea for anybody for me to be awake. So I'm definitely nervous, but I want to be able to share my experience with you guys. So I'm happy if you clicked on this video and were curious to see how my experience was getting my wisdom teeth taken out. It's honestly been really rough so far, like, just finding somebody who's got the availability that I do. So it is about 7 o'clock right now, the night before, and my surgery is at 10:30 tomorrow morning. I am not supposed to eat like at all after midnight tonight, so I'm gonna be so hungry, but it's fine. I'll survive. So yeah, I can't eat anything or drink anything, and my mom is going to be taking me, but I'm definitely going to be giving you guys updates on the day of, the day after, the following days, the recovery time, how it affected me personally, and just be giving you guys a lot of information on this subject. So that is going to be it for now. I am going to come back tomorrow in the morning, and I'm probably going to look a mess and really anxious, and like, I'm getting surgery, so give a girl some slack, please. So that is going to be it for tonight. I will pick back up with you guys tomorrow morning, right before my surgery. I love you guys. Talk to you in the morning. So I just got to my mom's house. It's the morning of the surgery, and I'm obviously very nervous. I don't want to say scared, but like, honestly, I'm scared. I'm not looking forward to this. I'm just honestly ready to get them out so I am not in pain anymore. So my appointment's in about like 30 minutes, but we're going to try to get there just a little bit early because I know I'll probably have to do a lot of paperwork and all that jazz. So I don't know if I'm going to be filming much while I'm actually there because I don't know like if they have like a policy on it or anything, but I will try my best to get like some footage of things. So you may not hear back from me until later because I'm going to be very loopy and probably on drugs. So wish me luck, you guys. We're about to go head on over. I obviously look a mess, but I'm literally about to go get surgery, so it's fine. But I love you guys. Wish me luck, and I will see you after I have 2 less teeth.
Where the X-ray films reveal that the impacted teeth would be uncomplicated to remove, or
just got home. I don't know how much you can understand from me, but I got my wisdom teeth removed. I can't talk with all this gauze in my mouth. I have to pick up with you guys later, but I'm alive, so that's good. Yeah, that's all I can say for now. I'm probably gonna take a nap now. That's all.
2-hour update.
post-surgery, I still can't feel this side of my mouth, and I do still have gauze in my mouth, so I'm doing good so far, so that's good. Just thought I would check in with you guys and let you know that I'm surviving. It's been 2 hours. I ate a yogurt and took some ibuprofen, and I feel like I'm talking like a child, but I have gauze in my mouth, so that's all. I'll check back in with you guys in another couple hours.
Hey guys, it is approximately 7 o'clock at this point. It has been 6 hours since my surgery. I'm doing much better. Most of the numbness has worn off at this point, so I'm definitely starting to feel a lot of soreness on the bottom. My bottom tooth was the only one that was impacted, and this one was fine, but it was cracked, so it needed to be taken out. So this side of my face actually feels pretty fine. This side is just a little swollen. We're looking a little chipmunky, but not bad overall. I just took some more ibuprofen. They gave me a couple different medications to take, antibiotics and like a pain medication that if it gets really bad I can take. I'm gonna try not to though, because it's pretty strong stuff. So doing good for now though. We are on our 6 of recovery, just so you know, and I'm probably just gonna watch a movie with my mom right now and hang out for the rest of the day. I'll probably go to bed early, so if I don't keep you guys updated tonight, I will see you in the morning. Hey guys, it is the next morning. It is 10 o'clock right now, and it has been almost 24 hours since my surgery, and I'm doing pretty well, honestly. I'm fairly surprised. My mouth tastes really bad. I thankfully slept okay last night. I just remembered I need to take my antibacterial medicine, so I'm gonna go do that right now. But really only the side where my impacted tooth was, where they had to do a little more work, is really sore today and like still a little swollen right here. This side of my face is actually really like normal. Like it doesn't feel like it hurts at all, which I'm very grateful for, because I don't want both of my sides of my face to be hurting at the same time. So I'm just gonna be packing up my stuff and heading home in just a little bit. I'm taking my mom to the professional hair supply store so she can get a couple things for herself, and then I'm probably just gonna go home and start editing this video. So I will keep you guys updated later in the day and as the days go on and all that good stuff on how I'm recovering. And yeah, so I will be back. Hey guys, I am back. It is actually the next day. It is Thursday. It is about 48 hours post-surgery, and I'm doing all right. I'm not doing like wonderful. I'm definitely still feeling it on my left side, which is the side where my tooth was impacted. My doctor actually called. They called me just to make sure that I was doing okay and just to let me know to take it easy on chewing and all that good stuff, which I'll be honest, I definitely overdid it a little bit yesterday. So after I filmed yesterday's little clip, you know, I didn't really do anything the rest of the day. I drove from my mom's house back to my own house. I made it here safely. Thankfully, I felt fine. I went about my day. I kept eating liquids. Just so you guys know, all I've been eating the last couple days is like hot soup, yogurt, smoothie bowls, literally just liquids. It's tough, I gotta admit. I like to eat a lot of different things, and like having to eat the same thing every day, it's a little rough, I will be honest. More so now, especially because today and the next like few days are gonna be like 85 to 90 degrees, and I don't really have many other options. The hardest part, I think, is that having to continue to eat really soft foods, it just doesn't fill me up. And I actually ate some pasta last night with like a little bit of salad. I was trying to be really cautious while I was chewing, but I will admit I definitely think I overdid it, and I didn't feel it until like after I finished eating because it was really sore. I have been icing my face at least once or twice a day, usually in the mornings and the evenings. It's generally fine throughout like the rest of the day. My mouth was really sore this morning because I think I accidentally had clenched my jaw in my sleep, and I woke up really sore, so that sucked. But after I ate breakfast, I ate oatmeal and yogurt, I took some ibuprofen, and then I took my antibacterial pill, and then iced my face for like 15 minutes, and it's you know, it's the best it's gonna be for today, probably. But before I ended this video, I just wanted to hop on here really quick and just tell you guys a couple little things, you know, possibly things you might want to know before you get your wisdom teeth out if you are needing this surgery. There was a few things that stood out to me throughout the last couple of days, for sure. One of the first things you need to know is that the nurse actually relayed to me before I had my surgery that it's gonna get worse before it gets better. So she actually told me around day 3 post-surgery, it's possible to actually have like some bruising, and I'm grateful I haven't noticed any of that yet. You know, it's only been 48 hours since I actually got my surgery done, so we'll see how I'm looking tomorrow morning. But I'm actually supposed to go back to work tomorrow, and so I'm a little nervous about it, but like, as long as I don't move my mouth that much, I'll be fine. I think that's one of the hardest parts, is that half of my job is talking at work, and I'm pretty good at like projecting my voice without like having to move it that much, and I'll still have to wear a face mask at my work, so like I'm not worried about my face being swollen still. And if it do end up having some bruising, I will let you guys know. But I mean, I don't think that that's gonna happen, but I guess we'll see. The second thing that you will want to know before you get this surgery, obviously, is your mouth is going to bleed for a long time. It has been 2 days since I got my surgery, and my mouth still tastes really bad. It's really gross, but that's like, it's literally an open wound in your mouth. So what else can you do aside from like try to keep it clean and brush my teeth as often as I can to like not have to taste the nasty dried blood taste in my mouth? It's really gross, probably TMI, but hey, you clicked on this video for a reason. So for me, the tooth that they had to do a little bit more work on, the impacted one, did bleed for a lot longer than the top one. This one, like I mentioned in other parts of this video, like this side of my face is completely fine, and if you have wisdom teeth that aren't impacted, your surgery might be like super smooth. But the impacted tooth has been really sore, not fun, I hate it, but it's bearable. Like that's one of the good things I will tell you, is that like the pain, the level of like soreness and just stiffness, I guess you could say, it's pretty bearable. I will say I was finished with my surgery about 12:30 in the afternoon, so like noon-ish, and I ate my first meal about 2 hours after I got my surgery. So you're supposed to leave the gauze in your mouth for like up to 45 minutes and then continuously change it like every 30 minutes until the bleeding stops. I needed to eat something because I wasn't able to eat anything before my surgery because I was under anesthesia, and you're not supposed to eat before that or drink or anything. So I didn't eat or drink anything until 2 p.m. that day. The bleeding, it was gross. Having to talk with all that gauze in my mouth was so funny though, when watching those videos back. Oh my god. I'm so glad that I documented this journey, because I know other people out there are also curious about things like this. And like, I'm 25. Sometimes they say as you get older, like it tends to be worse, like having to get your teeth out, your wisdom teeth. So I don't know, honestly. Some people say it's better to do it when you're younger because you don't have to like take off work. You know, you don't have as many responsibilities as say you would now, which is why I was only able to take 3 days off of work for this. So I'm hoping I'll be okay at work tomorrow, but we'll see. So just keep that in mind. You're gonna be bleeding and not great breath and swollen for a good couple days. So number 3 is you are not actually allowed to rinse your mouth or spit the first 24 hours after surgery. I kept really wanting to spit because so much saliva and blood, and it was just so gross. I'm sorry, but it was so gross. And I just wanted to get it out. And I didn't spit, but I will admit I stood over the sink a couple times and let some stuff fall out of my mouth. I also mainly just wanted to keep checking if it was bleeding or not. So like, I wanted to know if I still needed to have gauze in my mouth. I was really careful about it. I didn't put like any pressure on those wounds or anything, but yeah, just probably don't do it because it does hurt. Number 4, you are not allowed to drink out of a straw. You are not allowed to have any suction of any sort. I always drink out of straws, so that's kind of sad for me. I would love to be drinking this out of a straw today, but I can't. So I'm just getting my lipstick and lip gloss all over it. That's fine. Nobody cares. But just keep that in mind because there are things called dry sockets and it delays the healing process. It's not a fun time. It's not great. Number 5. So I don't know if this is just me because I feel like I wasn't like that anxious after I got my surgery. You know, coming down from the anesthesia is always going to be different for everybody. But for me personally, I got a lot of heart palpitations and I do have an irregular heartbeat. I have a heart condition that, you know, I have an irregular heartbeat. So I don't know if that was the cause of it, like, because I didn't feel like I had any anxiety or anything that would cause that, but I kind of just felt like it was possibly from the anesthesia because they asked me all these questions before they actually did the surgery. They asked me about all my allergies and everything and like how it affects me. And I think they did have to use some stuff that I was allergic to because they kept asking me like, oh, what happens when you eat this? What's the worst that happens? And I was just like, I feel sick, like, you know, I just don't feel good. So the heart palpitation thing was weird. I did feel it prolonged for about 6 hours, so it was weird because I actually didn't start feeling them until the anesthesia was pretty much gone. I don't know if it was the anesthesia or like the stuff that they used to numb my mouth because it was like as soon as the numbness completely wore off of my face, I started feeling them and it didn't stop until I went to bed like 6 hours later. Okay, so for the next thing that you will want to know is you will be prescribed an antibacterial pill and possibly like a painkiller of some sort. So like I was prescribed 2 different medications. One of them I have to take the antibacterial until like I'm out of them. So I have to take 3 of them a day after each meal until I run out. So I believe they gave me a quantity of like 5 days total. So that's just to prevent infections. I'm definitely gonna take those. But I also feel like the pills that they gave me, I don't know if they have like weird side effects, but what I've noticed from them, it's just amoxicillin, I think is what it's called. I feel like it gives me hot flashes. I get really warm. I took one and then went out and ran an errand and my face got super red and a little puffy and I was a little concerned because I wasn't sure what was going on. But yeah, it was the weirdest thing. I was really hot and like even now I feel really hot. I don't like it. And I'm gonna have to eat soup for lunch and it's 84 degrees. For the painkiller that they gave me, they did prescribe me hydrocodone. They gave me only a certain amount of pills and I haven't taken any of them. I honestly read the side effects and got a little nervous because one of the side effects was like trouble breathing, stuff to do with like your heart, and because I was already feeling those heart palpitations, I was like way too nervous to take them. I don't know. I always get really nervous when it comes to breathing problems because I already have asthma and I just don't want to do anything that's gonna make it worse. So there's that. I have them if I need to take half of one or, you know, any of it. But I don't think I will. Like, I've been pretty okay with just the ibuprofen that I'm taking like every 5-ish hours with the antibacterial pill and all that good stuff. That is pretty much it, I think, of all the things that I wanted to tell you guys about my experience personally. I was talking to one of my friends about her experience with like her boyfriend going through this, and you know, he had to get all 4 of his wisdom teeth out and I believe all 4 of them were impacted, so he had much more of a difficult recovery than I have thus far, like 48 hours into it, and I feel like I don't even look like I had surgery. I mean, I'm definitely still like just a hint swollen right here, which you can probably tell a little bit, but it's really not bad at all. I don't know. I feel like I did a pretty good job. At the beginning of this video, I'm sure you could tell how nervous I was, but if I'm being honest, like, you guys, if you know you have to get your wisdom teeth out, don't wait to do it because it's only gonna make it worse. As you saw my x-rays, like my impacted wisdom tooth continued to push against my teeth, and like a few years ago when they told me I was supposed to get this out, it wasn't that close to my teeth, so it did make it a little bit harder for the doctor to take that tooth out. So just don't wait. Don't do what I did. Like, you know, I'm lucky I could take the time off and the days off that I did. My boss is great. She gave me an extra day off. Last thing I want to say is I have been posting updates on my Instagram, and if you're not following me on there, I will link it down below. Go go follow me on there because I do like to post a lot more updates and fun stuff on there. So really quick, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to everybody who was super supportive of me and just wished me all the luck in the world that I would get through this safely and easily. And you know, it means so much to me to have that support from you guys. So since I'm ending this video here, if I have any more updates, I will be posting that on my Instagram. So if you are curious, go follow me on there. But for now, that is going to be it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope my experience helped some of you in your journey if you have to go through this soon. And if you have any questions, as always, feel free to comment them down below and I will get back to you the best that I can. You know, not everybody's experience is going to be the same, but I can tell you as much as I can. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more fun content like this. I post 2 new videos every single week, every Wednesday and Saturday morning, and I would love to have you guys come hang out with us. Thanks for hanging with Hand today, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!